Party 2 days straight. Party 2 days straight. Get drunk in and get fucked up.
Today we were lucky enough to catch Napalm in his studio.
I'm lucky enough. Fratrepreneur.
So, and you it's a big time for you, man. You got.
Man, I'm so excited.
Why don't you tell the people what's going on exactly in your life right now?
Oh man, just in a nutshell, I appreciate all the support. You know, not to name drop, but Fratrepreneur has been really cool. All the blogs. We basically came out of nowhere. I was just a 9-to-5 college graduate, went to ISU. Then I worked in insurance for a couple of years, self-employed. Was partying too much, work was struggling. I started doing flows on the side. I was always a freestyle rapper at parties and shit, battling, and then I would go to the clubs. We started getting paid, and then me and my brother, he's my manager, we've always been big partiers, and we're like, damn, like a light bulb went off. We made like $1,500 one time. We had like 300 friends come out, we're like, all right, we can do this. So I gradually kept doing it. Then I got on the radio, I got on B96 with a random track, and my boy over in the other room was like, all right, we could do this, you ain't even trying. You know, not to be cocky, but I wasn't full time, I was just rapping in closets. So long story short, then he signed me, and we formed a label, and now we're getting buzz. Posner Show was a big breakthrough for us, and the blogs were key, for real. Like, I've never even tapped in that market, so those, we were getting like thousands of downloads and the write-ups, and that gives you credit, man. That's today's magazines, that's today's like newspapers. So
absolutely, man.
now
Hear that? Social media, wave of the future.
Social media, I'm telling you. The Tribune's going to be null, no offense, but anyways, that's about it right now. Now we're making moves, so we're about to go out west.
Say, at this point, you would like to do a collaboration with? If you could go out and do a song with anyone, you know, if you could just have anyone come into the studio with you, who would it be?
Oh my God. I mean,
tough,
budget's involved or what?
Well, no,
Okay.
anything. You know, okay. How about this? Give me the anyone answer,
Okay.
and then give me the feasible answer.
I would have to say, damn, right now, just showing respect. Eminem's probably my favorite rapper, but I wouldn't want to go on with him because he would just murk. And I'm not saying I could even hang with him, but I don't think our sound. I'm all about who I would sound dope with. So if I could, we've talked about it now that we got some investors and stuff, and when we're ready, we're gonna go have some big features. If I could get one hook man, again, not to keep saying cliche, I'd go for Akon because he doesn't make anything but
bangers, man.
As far as rapper, man, I love to get on with Drake. I got mad respect for him, and he's kind of like the leader who's breaking down the wall for our generation, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wouldn't consider myself just a rapper. You know, I want to be like more, I don't want like the word pop, but I want to be like mainstream. Like, I want to evolve into like different types of albums. But as far as someone who runs a gamut, Drake for sure. I'd love to hop on the track with him. So
okay.
Drake and then Akon on the hook would be dope.
Absolutely, man.
And for a girl, Katy Perry, how about you?
People that are in school right now, sad to be out of school right now.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite memories, man? Of the house, college? Anything specific?
Well, real talk. Anyone who knows me who's not surprised that I'm a rapper now, not because of the hip hop part of it, just because I'm a fucking goofball. I was actually so wild, I got removed from my fraternity. Not that that's cool, but the party talk is real talk, because I was partying too hard, I was doing some bad things, and then I got voted back in and all that good shit, and it was a good time, but some of our best times, what did we do? Man, we had a girl who was mouthing off, no disrespect to women, but she threw a beer can at my boy, a full one, my roommate, and he took a bucket of blue paint and just dumped it on her, which was looking. Are we getting too Chris Brown right here? But that was pretty funny.
No, that's okay. That's
Another one.
No harm done.
This one's for real. To give you some street cred, if you will. I went to prison in New Orleans my freshman year. This is hilarious. I'm 6'2" and lanky right now. I hadn't even gone through puberty barely. I was like 19. I was probably like 5'7", little skinny dude. Went there with my crazy roommate again, Mike. What's up? I was a SIG app to name drop. So we all went to the Sugar Bowl when U of I was there. Big U of I fan. My brothers went to U of I. My best friend went there. So without babbling too much, it was Mardi Gras weekend, or no, what was it? It was just Sugar Bowl, so we're all wearing beads and shit like that, and there was people flooding the streets. LSU was there, so it was hometown New Orleans before Katrina happened. So blah blah blah.
They get wild, man.
Started getting some mouthy stuff. We're repping U of I and all that. Ends up the cop told me to be quiet, and I was getting mouthy with him. I didn't start the fight. I was just kind of in the middle of it, breaking it up, and I was the one running my mouth. Throws me up against the wall, cuffs me. I'm drunk as hell. The next thing I know, in the middle of all this madness, I'm sitting in some cuffs, and my whole fraternity had to leave the next day. I go to prison. I'm the only white dude there. and I'm smoking Newports with all these guys. We're just chilling, we're freestyling, we were rapping in prison. I had no idea how to get a hold of anyone. I called my grandma, my mom. Woke up the next day, and they had called my name. Best part of the story was I was on a fake ID because I was 19, so they kept calling my name, and it was Justin, but it was supposed to be Craig. So I was so fucked up, I didn't know if they were calling. Got bailed out the next day. My roommate, my friend had waited for me. Missed the whole trip that I'd left. They waited for me, rented a car, and drove home 14 hours from New Orleans. So that was one of my favorite SIG-Ep stories.
Man, all's well that ends well, though, right?
Yeah, right.
Could have been worse, man.
Yeah. So we're telling Justin's record, not mine. That's the best part.
Good looking out, Justin.
It was just.
Does Napalm have groupies? I mean, dirty girls like dirty beats, right? So what? Give us that situation right now, man.
Well, you know what? I mean, not to be cocky, I had another interview the other day, and they asked me, has Napalm changed it? If you listen to my raps, I talk about the Ford Tauruses and the being broke, and that's real talk. Like literally going check to check until my investor came in on that shit. Like I've never had a problem getting laid, so it's not like, oh my god, my inbox is flooded. like yeah, it helps. And by the definition of groupies, it's not like Guns N' Roses. Like there's 20 of them waiting backstage and you pick one out. You got them all around you all the time partying. So I mean that's definitely part of the image, and it's real talk. So we do have a lot of girls that are around, and they love dirty beats. So technically, we call them grimies. We're putting that word on the map. We're beating the hell out of that.
You heard it here first, grimies.
Yeah, I love my
Coming at
grimies. Just to define it for the interview, grimy's not bad. Grimy means you're down for anything. If you go to get grimy, it means you ain't sleeping for 2 days. That just means you're getting grimy. And if your girl's grimy, it means she's down. She's just gonna bite the pillow. We got grimies, not groupies.
Nice, man. All right, so from a business perspective, you've built up quite a brand, man. You got yourself out there. You have just a shitload of Facebook fans, consistently performing at the hottest clubs, getting your name out there on a bunch of bomb-ass blogs. You have some tight shirts. I'm going to have to get one of those shirts, by the way, man.
I was going to say, we might have one in the box here for you.
Ooh, nice. So, how did you go about doing this? Like some things kind of come about, but I feel like you had a purpose when you were going out to promote yourself, promote your brand.
Yeah. Well, what we did was we always say, if you look at my page, we always say Team Napalm. So I'm a humble ass dude. We joke around and I'm cocky sometimes, but as far as I wouldn't be here without my team. You know what I'm saying? I was just a dude with a microphone. I always knew I had a talent, but we were like, dude, you can't be some little white kid breaking into the game just being some urban floor. You got to have a brand. Like you got to have a reason that someone wants to sign you, or a reason someone wants to come to your show. If you see my live shows, I mean, I pull a lot. I'm doing spins, I'm jumping around, go girls. So it's all about the image. And then as far as the clothing and stuff, that's a lyric for one of my songs that hasn't been released. So my brother's like a fashion guru. He's my merch guy, my manager. He's like, fuck that, I saw it on a t-shirt. Boom, we started getting like emails from France and fucking shit. So we're like, all right, we really got a brand here. So Napalm is, I hate talking in third person, but Napalm is not just a rapper, it's a way of life. Like we want to let kids know it's okay to party. Don't be selling drugs, stay out of prison, but it's okay to party hard, get your shit done.
That's sick, man. It's a positive.
So yeah, to sum it up, it's a way of life. We want people to come out and have a good time. I don't want you to listen to my lyrics. Come out and fucking get drunk as hell and party.
Keep my eyes off, girl. Her body was sexy, moving out of control. Little hottie, steady grooving. A rock star dancing on top of a box, rocking. She had me watching, pop, locking, dropping.